Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day to everyone. My name is Muhammad Taqiy bin Abdullah Taqiy, and I would like to begin with a simple question. Have you ever been scrolling through your social media and suddenly came across news like this? A headline about someone losing hundreds of thousands of ringgit to an online scam. Then you scroll again. Another scam case. And then another one. At first, many of us read this story and think, luckily it's not me. Or that person must have been careless. Or maybe, how could they fall for something like that? We scroll past it, forgot about it, and move on with our day. But last year, someone very close to me, which is my mother-in-law, received a phone call from a person claiming to be a police officer. The caller sounded calm, professional, and confident. He spoke with authority. He mentioned official-sounding terms and procedures. He said her bank account was linked to a criminal investigation and that immediate cooperation must be required. Fear took over. She was told not to tell anyone. She was told that delaying would make this situation worse. She was told that she was helping the authorities. And within a short period of time, 1,050,000 ringgit was gone. This did not happen because she was greedy. It did not happen because she was careless. It happened because the scam was highly convincing, systematic, and emotionally manipulative. That moment changed how my family looked at scam news forever. We realized something important. Scams are no longer just news headlines. They are no longer other people's problems. They are a real threat to every Malaysian. That is why today, I want to persuade you that scam awareness education must be compulsory in Malaysia. Let me explain why. This is an urgent need. First, scam cases in Malaysia are increasing rapidly. According to records from the Royal Police of Malaysia, more than 35,000 online scam cases were reported in 2024 alone, involving losses of 1.58 billion ringgit. And in just the first 3 months of 2025, over 12,000 scam cases were recorded with losses exceeding 500 million ringgit. These numbers are just not statistics. This represents family. They represent futures. They represent years of hard work disappearing in minutes. This clearly shows that scams are not slowing down. They are becoming more frequent, more sophisticated, and more damaging. The second major issue is that scam victims come from all age groups. Many people still believe scams mainly target an elderly, but official data from the Crime Investigation Department of the Royal Malaysia Police tells a very different story. From January to November 2025, a total of 29,000 telecommunications scams were reported involving losses of 700 million ringgit. The highest numbers of victims were aged between 21 and 30 years old, followed by those aged 31 to 40 and 41 to 50. This means scams are affecting young adults just starting their careers, working professionals supporting families, and parents planning for their children's future. In other words, no one is immune. If young, educated can be scammed, and older, cautious individuals can also be scammed, then the issue is not intelligence. The issue is awareness. The third problem is the severe impacts scams have on victims and their families. Scams do not just steal money, they steal peace of mind. Victims often feel embarrassed and ashamed. Many choose not to report what happened. Families suffer emotional stress, conflict, and long-term financial strain. Some victims lose retirement savings, some lose money meant for education, some lose trust not just in institution but in themselves. When a problem causes this level of damage, it is not an individual mistake, it becomes a national social problem. So, what can be done? The most effective solution is not just stricter laws or better technology. The most effective solution is education. That is why scam awareness education must be made compulsory in Malaysia. Education prepares people before they face a scam, not after the damage is done. This education should begin in our formal education system. Students in secondary schools and university should not only be told that scam exists, they should be taught how the scams work in real life. They should learn how scammers create agency, how fear shuts down logic, and how authority is used to preserve victims into obedience. They should practice recognizing red flags through real case studies, role-play scenarios, and actual scam examples from Malaysia. This kind of education builds instinct. When people are trained earlier, they do not panic. They pause, they question, they verify. But education cannot stop at schools, because scam victims comes from all age groups. Scam awareness education must also reach adults and senior citizens. Many parents and grandparents grew up in a time when authorities were rarely questioned. When someone claims to be from the police or a government office, they listen. Community-based education through talks, workshops, banks, and resident association can save lives and life-saving. And to ensure effectiveness, Malaysia should adopt a standardized national scam awareness curriculum developed using verified information from PDRM, Bank Negara Malaysia, and the National Scam Response Center, or NSRC. This ensures everyone received accurate, consistent, and updated knowledge, not rumors or outdated advice. Education works because it changes behavior. Now, let us imagine the future. Imagine the ordinary situation. Your phone rings, the number is unfamiliar, but the caller sounds confident. They know your name. They claim to represent an authority. Without education, fear controls the situation. Fear shuts down logic. Fear makes people obey. Now, imagine the situation, but with education. Your parents have attended a scam awareness talk. They know one simple rule: authorities do not ask money over the phone. So, instead of panicking, they pause. They hang up, they verify, they call someone they trust. And just like that, a potential tragedy is avoided. Now, imagine young adults, fake job offers, fake investment schemes, fake side income opportunity. Without education, curiosity turns into loss. With education, curiosity turns into caution. This is the real power of education. It does not make people paranoid. It makes people prepared. So, what we must do today? I'm not asking you to arrest scammers. I'm not asking you to change the law overnight. I'm asking for something much simpler and much more powerful. Support the idea that scam awareness education must be compulsory in Malaysia. Talk about scams openly with your family members. Bring it up during dinners. Share real cases, not just bullying. Because silence protects scammers. Conversation protects families. Let me end with this. Last year, my family did not lose over 1 million ringgit because we lacked of intelligence. We lost it because we lacked of awareness. That loss can never be fully recovered, but the lesson can be shared. If scam awareness education can save even one family, even one retirement fund, even one future, then it's not optional, it is necessary. Let us choose education, let us choose prevention, and let us act before another call changes another life forever. Thank you very much for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.